was up at 4 o'clock this morning because my toddler woke me up, and guess who was not able to go back to sleep? Me. I love that for me. I am in search of some coffee right now, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to make that happen. So disappointing right now. So upset. Okay, so let's just talk about what's been happening. You saw me reading Oshinoko Volume 3. I plan on finishing that today because I'm gonna have a little bit of time during my lunch break to read some more of that. I did start Cat Massage Therapy Volume 1, and I did finish it. So cute! I'm not even a cat or a dog person. I have allergies, and so pets are not really like a thing for me. Like, I don't know. It's not that I hate animals. I don't hate animals, like, but I just never try to get too attached to the idea of having pets because I can't have them. Me and my kid, we cannot have pets because we're both like allergic, and it would just cause everything around us to go haywire. So we just don't have pets, which is super duper unfortunate. But cat massage therapy was cute. Oh my goodness. So it literally is a bunch of cats that run a massage parlor, and everybody's confused because they're like, you're cats, why are you running a massage parlor? And they're like, well, we're cats, so what? We run a massage parlor. And they give the best massages, and then they use their body heat to like warm up certain muscles. It's really like, there's no overly complicated plot to this. It literally is just cats giving massages, and our I'm talking about toothpaste still in my mouth. And our main character is working for a company where he actually decides to get them to kind of assist with the rest of the people in the company who need some massages. That was really, really cute. That's definitely going to be a 4-star read for me. So at 4 o'clock this morning when I couldn't read, I was on my phone, mind you, which I probably should have done a better effort of going back to sleep, but my body was just not having it with me. The idea of me going back to sleep effectively was not, it wasn't it for my body this morning. So I decided to do two things. I re-added the DC Infinite Universe app, as if I need to sign up for another subscription. Then for some reason, I got kicked out of my Marvel Unlimited app. I'm not sure why, but I got kicked out of that. I think it's because I don't know. I'm just trying to give an explanation, but I really don't have an explanation as to why. Like, I just got kicked out of the Marvel Unlimited app, but I was able to get back in, but I got kicked out. So I got into those and was looking for something to read, and I was like, you know what? I said a long time ago that I was going to start reading the events, thinking about DC, read the events up until Future State and Infinite Frontier. Like, I've read some of Future State and Infinite Frontier, but I had not read, oh gosh, what is it called? The event that takes place before that. It's a Wonder Woman kind of event where she is kind of the center of the narrative, which explains why she's really like the center of the narrative when we start getting into Future State and also getting into Infinite Frontier. So I was definitely looking forward to figuring out like how we get from point A to point B, right? And so there are a couple things. I use Comic Book Herald. If y'all know, Comic Book Herald is a great website if you're ever looking for like reading orders for events or reading orders for characters. Like the guy behind it, who I've gotten to talk to on several occasions, he does a great job. It's like a full-time like gig type of situation. Like, he's very good at what he does, and he's amazing. But I decided that I was going to read all of the things to get us up to the events that would be Future State Infinite Frontier. So I'm going to be starting with Multiversity by Grant Morrison, which is a little confusing right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that initial issue is very confusing because it's something that is trying to hurt all 52, which this is all gonna tie in together, because the thing about Infinite Frontier and Future State is that they're saying that DC is no longer tied to 52 different worlds. It's tied to an infinite amount of universes. And so this is all setting up all of that stuff. But this basically gives you kind of like an overview of those 52 different worlds. So we start off basically with this kind of like protector of the universes who's been alerted that something is going wrong. And so he kind of sacrifices himself in the place of another character to assist them in trying to stop whatever this entity may be. It's very, I want to say it's like very complex, which is very interesting. Let's put it that way. It's just very interesting. And so that happens, right? And then we meet Superman from Earth. Oh gosh. Of course, it's not Earth 3. Oh goodness gracious, what Earth is he from? I will put it on the screen because of course I cannot remember in this moment what Earth. This is the Superman that is president of the United States, and he's black. And I can't remember what Earth he is from, but he essentially gets brought into the fold of like what is currently happening. And he is learning like that something's going left because he gets transported to meet all of these other characters from all over the DC universe. So that's pretty much like as far as I've gotten into it. This was not a part of my November reading plans. This was not intentional for me to like go in and read this. This was a 4 o'clock in the morning, I can't sleep decision. And because I'm primarily reading like all of this stuff like on my phone because it's going to be easier than trying to get my hands on physical copies of any of this stuff. And then technically what I should be reading after this this book alone is 452 pages. So after reading that, it's going to prompt me to jump into what I had been meaning to do anyway by myself, which is reading Scott Snyder's new 52 run of Batman, which, if you know, I've already read volume 1 before, which is A Court of Owls, which is such a good Batman introduction. Like, it's so good. This was like visually, it was entertaining. I think it also was one of those situations where you get to see Batman kind of like broken down, like really seriously just broken. Like they break him down piece by piece, and that whole quarter hour situation definitely ties into Joker by James Tynion. And so, you know, it's me kind of like filling in some gaps where I have some gaps in knowledge because I haven't necessarily read everything in chronological order, or I haven't read everything that would take place like in a specific event, which in this case we're talking about like Wonder Woman, like that specific event. And I haven't read all of that material, which eventually will, you know, get me to things like Joker War, and etc. So yeah, definitely looking forward to reading that. Just wanted to hop in and give you all a first update. Hello. Okay, so it's time to do an update because I haven't done an update. All right, 2 things. No, 3 things. No, yes, 2 things. Is it just 2 things? I think it's just 2 things. So y'all know that I ended up finishing cat massage therapy. I did end up finishing my read of 2 Tribes. Let's say, what did I read? 3.5 stars. It was solid, but I think that it was very surface level, and not surface level in a disrespectful way, but I think that it could have used some more back matter information. I think that it was okay in the sense that it gives you some like basic things, but I think when I think about children's lit, especially books that revolve around like tradition and cultures, I like there to be back matter just so further exploration of topics, further resources. And so that I struggle with that a little bit, but I do think it still was a good analysis of what it's like to be caught in between two different cultures, especially when there's one where it deals a lot with your physical appearance, and she struggles with not being able to connect with her dad at all. And you know, she does that wild thing, just decides that she's just gonna go and lie that she was on a school trip and go and see her dad. And of course that leads to all types of issues, but I feel like there could have been a little bit more discussion there. Like there could have been a little bit more development there, especially about how she felt about being, you know, her white Jewish side being catered to more than her native side. And that was not, you know, her mother never took that into consideration based off of her own issues that she had with the father. And I felt like that would have been a good point of conversation, but it just never really, I mean, her mother acknowledges it, but it never really gets explored. So I think that this one just could have a little bit more of a deep dive. It wasn't a bad read, but you know, just a solid read. So 3.5. I think I talked to y'all about cat massage therapy. I have started Villains Are Destined to Die Volume 4, and then I'm also almost finished with Oshinoko Volume 3. Am I? Yes. So those are two things that I'm currently working on that I need to get done. One, October reading plans, both because they're overdue and I need to return them. I am still reading Multiversity. I'm still picking that up right now. I don't know what my next move is going to be in terms of whether I'm going to go ahead and start Scott Snyder's run of Batman, or whether I'm going to do that now, or whether I'm going to wait until next month to do that. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind about that just yet. I need to decide soon. I'm going to be going out of town this weekend to Y'all Fest. Oh, I need to see if there's any graphic novel people that are going to be at Y'all Fest. Because I said I wasn't going down there to really get anything signed, but that may change. If there's any graphic novel people down there that I would absolutely adore and love to see, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, y'all, I'm tired and my tummy. So, excuse me. I'm going to work on those two things. And then I'll figure out where I'm going after that. Yeah, we'll see where I'm going after that. All right, y'all. That's it. Be easy. I'll check in later in a second. Not in a second. I'll check in later. Oh my gosh. Time. I'm going. Hello, good friends. Welcome back here. We are trying to think like what I last updated y'all on. And I think the only thing that I had updated y'all on was I ended up reading the Cat Massage Therapy Volume 1. I talked about Two Tribes, and I actually ended up finishing Oshinoko Volume 3. Wow. So, I think I've said this before, but like the first book in the series, the first volume, is definitely, I feel like kiddie, like a play. It's really jokey. The premise is like really strange, but by volume 2, you get into these like darker elements of it, and we definitely see those darker elements continue in volume 3. Volume 3 does a really good job of like discussing the issues associated with, if I can talk, with social media and reality TV. So I don't want to say too much because it's volume 3, but there's definitely content warnings here for bullying, suicidal ideation, and suicidal attempt. It was intense. I think that I'm very interested, I think, in this kind of like plot deviation, because we were so focused on what happened to, I don't know if her name is A or I, in the first volume, and her two kids kind of trying to live within her legacy one wanting to be an idol herself, and the other just basically wanting to get revenge for whoever possibly killed his mother. But this kind of deviated a little bit from the plot. Like, we see how it connects between volume 2 and 3, but this definitely was a good addition to the series in commenting on how difficult it is to be a part of this idol life, to be out in the eyes of everyone, and then how that evolves on social media, which I think is important to the context of the whole story. So I'm saying all that to say it doesn't feel like it deviated from the plot in a way that made it negative. It deviated from the plot in a way that I think is necessary to understanding how many layers exist to fame and fortune and popularity. So I started, well, I didn't start it. I got a good chunk of the way. I'm trying to see where I'm at page-wise. But I think I got I got a really good chunk of the way, over 150 pages into Villains Are Destined to Die, volume, why does it say volume 9? Oh gosh, this has the wrong label on it. But this is Villains Are Destined to Die, volume 4. I don't know why it says volume 9. Completely incorrect here, but that's fine. I can correct it. It is picking up literally where the last volume left off. The stakes are very, very high in this one. There's a lot going on in this volume. I think that there's a lot going on in this one that I did not necessarily expect from the creator. And we are seeing an exploration more so of this one in a relationship between our main character, Penelope, and the prince. And they are in a very interesting situation. This takes place around the hunt. And she has some very interesting challenges, side challenges, while she's in this game. There's 3 specific ones that we see in this one that are like, it's a lot. So I'm excited to see how more developed this gets. I'm loving Penelope as a character, and I'm about to check to see when volume 5 of this comes out, because this is so good. This is one of my favorite manhwa series. Granted, I have not read a lot, but when I talked about my recent haul, in my recent haul video, I talked about that I have what is it? The Duke manhwa that I've been reading. I actually like this one a tad bit better than the Duke one that I was reading, because I just feel like the energy in this one, the stakes in this are definitely a little bit higher. So yeah, so I'm gonna go downstairs and grab some breakfast and probably finish that. I also got the 3rd volume of She Loves to Cook, She Loves to Eat, which I love this Yuri series. It's really good. It is Yuri and food, like 2 of my favorite things, and so combined into 1 volume. This one feels a little bit chunkier than the last volumes. I don't know, it could just be me in the way that I'm holding it up, but it feels like it's a little thicker than the previous volumes, but I'm not upset about that. I'm, of course, disappointed because I know that once I read through this, we're not going to get another volume for a while. I don't know what the release date is for volume 4, but I'm looking forward to picking this up as well. So I'm probably going to end up finishing Villains Are Destined to Die first, and then I may switch over to She Loves to Cook, She Loves to Eat. But I will let y'all know how I am feeling in a little while. Bye. I got sick. Y'all, I'm so irritated. I'm so irritated, y'all. I'm so irritated that I got sick. It's super unfortunate, but I got sick. I did not mean to get sick, but I did in fact get sick, and so here we are. A lot of that has to do with the fact I think that my little one has been a little under the weather. My parents haven't been feeling well, and I saw my parents this weekend, and I also was at Y'all Fest partially, which has nothing to do with, well, there were some comic and graphic novel people out there, and they were selling some stuff, but I just didn't buy anything. But yes, I am not feeling 100%. So I have not gotten a lot of reading done because of that, unfortunately. But here we are. I just wanted to hop in and close out this vlog. I actually haven't made any progress since the last time I checked in about Villains Are Destined to Die Volume 4. I'm going to take a very nice hot bath after filming this clip, and then I plan on, you know, during that bath probably finishing it up, but I will talk about that in my vlog that is going to come out the week after this. So there's that. I did also read a little bit of Multiversity. I keep feeling like I'm saying it wrong, so I'm gonna pull up my Kindle app because I feel like I'm not saying that right. I think I am, but part of me feels like, girl, you're not saying that right. It is Multiversity. It's confusing. I'm only on page 53, and so far I'm kind of confused about what's going on, although I started a new section that is Multiversity Society of Superheroes, Conquerors from the Counterworld, which is, I don't know. People say that after that first part it starts to make more sense, but I'm not 100% convinced yet. So that was pretty much all that I got read, y'all, because I have been feeling like trash. But as always, I did want to say I did check out, well, a couple of things. So the Goodreads Choice Awards are coming out on Tuesday, the nominees. And so I'm very interested in seeing what's going to come out for the graphic novel comic section. I definitely will include some reactions and footage to that in my next week's vlog, but there were some things that I was kind of anticipating. I checked out a couple of graphic novels that I think may possibly be on there, but I rechecked out Princess and a Grilled Cheese because I never freaking finished it, and I think that that one has potential to be on there. And then also Paper Planes, I think that has potential to be on there. I also think that Hungry Ghost has potential to be on there. I think that Lore Olympus is going to be on there, both volumes 4 and 5, because they both released this year. So that could mean that I potentially end up reading there. That, I know Heartstopper is not going to be on there because it doesn't release until December, so it does not meet the cutoff time. But I did check out that stuff in anticipation that it would be a part of the Goodreads Choice Awards. But yes, we'll see what happens. But that's all, y'all. Like, that's literally, like, I have no more updates for stuff that's been read. I am going to edit this vlog, get this up, and I will start a new one. Let me know in the comments down below what you've read this week, if you picked up anything interesting, and I will be back with another video soon. Bye.